Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more NEO Scavenger, episode 8 for our series here. We left off last time at the Detroit Mega City Gates. Pretty important area to be at. We've got a couple of different things to do, but we went ahead and checked out the junk market, and that was pretty much it. I think we're ready to actually try and head inside the gate, so let's go. Navigating the twisty maze of shacks and tarp shelters, Detroit's massive walls stand as a constant backdrop to the east. Easily half a dozen stories high and probably almost as thick, the city walls are an impressive sight to behold. Armed towers bristling with surveillance arrays stand at regular intervals, keeping watch over the sprawl and likely the city within. Before you, giant vid screens on the three gatehouses flash instructions about pass requirements and threat levels, as flocks of people stream into and out of the gates. You take your place in line on the right, with the others entering the city. When you reach the front of the line, a sinking feeling overcomes you. Heavily armed guards in full combat armor are checking attendees with some sort of scanning device. You're pretty sure that whatever these folks have to get it in, you're missing it. When it's your turn, the guard stops you and turns into a monitor installed on the wall. A message reads, "Device not detected, entrance denied." With the efficiency and compassion of an assembly line worker, he directs you away from the line back outside. Unfortunately, getting entrance to the city may be trickier than just showing up, so we can't get in. Back outside, you cross the muddy square and stop to survey the area. Where do you go now? Would anyone in the sprawl know about the cryo facility? You're startled when you notice a man has been watching you. He's wearing a long brown coat and matching hat and is leaning on a walking stick. From this distance, you can almost see the glint of his eyes below the Troby's brim. Jesus. Though it's probably just your imagination. He takes his time approaching you, and as he nears, you notice there's heavy maquillage on his face. I know it's like a white... It's like a makeup type. It reminds you of one of those old portraits you'd seen in a history textbook. "Folks call me Hatter," he says matter-of-factly. "I think we may be able to help each other. Come with me." Hatter's office is in the husk of one of those flop house hotels you'd see crammed between high-rises in a busy city. It even has the old marquee hanging precariously from the cornerstones. Several floors up, armed guards watch over the street from missing sections of the building. Hatter acknowledges the men at the door and leads you through a surprisingly clean lobby to an old-fashioned elevator. "I have a client," he starts, pausing for the cage to rattle shut, "who collects heirlooms." He speaks louder, over the motor. "He compensates well enough, in fact, that I'd be willing to part with a DMC visitor's pass in exchange." The elevator clunks to a halt, and the door rattles open, revealing a dark room lit by video screens and old lamps. Stepping off the elevator, it feels like you've walked into a control center built into an antique store. Baubles and relics crowd the walls and tabletops, while video screens and computer consoles cast a bluish tint on a handful of armed guards. Hatter crosses the room to sit at a low, broad desk facing the elevator. There's a lake. He pulls a worn road atlas from a desk drawer. About a day's walk northwest from here. Inside a building, there is a silver urn. He pages through the atlas to a map of Michigan. "My guess is that you know a thing or two about getting around out there, and maybe this could be your ticket into the DMC." He pauses to look up at you. "Interested?" So we can accept it, we can decline it, we can say something's fishy's here, we can give him the security footage. I'm already kind of well aware of what's happened because I've read so many guides on the game now so I could survive. So I'm going to give him the video footage and show him the footage of me beating the ever-loving hell out of this dog man. Hold on a second. Had to take a drink. Hatter slots the memory stick in one of his video monitors. As the footage plays out on Hatter's wall unit, you notice more than one bodyguard shift self-consciously, and another utter a low whistle. Hatter's lips curl into genuine satisfaction, and he leans back in his creaky wooden chair. "Maybe Christmas comes early this year. Tell you what, forget about the urn. The pass is yours." He pulls a black wristband from the desk drawer and extends it to you over the desk. "And hey," he says before letting go of it, "maybe you come around again when you're looking for some work. I think a few of these hot shots could learn a thing or two." Nice. So that's kind of a way to get around everything. That's what happens when you read guides. But hey, you're gonna play a hard game like this. If you're gonna play a hard game like this, you've got to read guides because you've got to know what you're doing. Because you're going to die if you don't. So we've got the Detroit Mega City bracelet. We're going to put it on our wrist that doesn't have our wristband. Food, weapon, tool, HVAC, heated. No. I don't even think I'd want. I don't even know what that would be for. Okay, we got to find some food, but we can head inside DMC now. Just seeing what else I've got on me. I did manage to unload all of this, which is what I wanted to do. 38. Okay. So we're in a pretty good spot so far, I'd say. Say things are looking pretty good. All right, let's head inside DMC. Take your place in line. At the front of the line, the guard motions you closer. A moment of pregnant silence precedes a satisfying chirp and the monitor flashes. Visitor pass authorized. The guard ushers you forward and you begin down a longest stretch of empty corridor lined with harsh xenon lighting. Behind the opening at the other end, you see throngs of activity and the flicker of busy signage eclipsed by passing people. Wow, I'm tired. Oh, I apologize. I had to take another drink of water. I'm exhausted. I had a long day at work. It's already 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired. All right. Detroit Savings Bank. Yes. Health Clinic. The Red Gnome. This is the Red Gnome. The Red Gnome is an exception in an already exceptional city situated on a busy corner in Gate 11's Neon Alley. The single-story streamlined diner defies the densely packed high-rises and elevated roads around it. In fact, several adjoining buildings seem to grow over the diner, using the precious space above its roof. It seems almost untouchable in an otherwise claustrophobic warren of glittering skyscrapers and patchwork overpasses. It's pretty cool when you think about it. Even before entering, you get the sense that there is something unusual about the place. For one thing, despite I can't pronounce amount of tagging on every surface. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. The diner is left unmarred, as if those around here know better than to try. However, that ominous thought doesn't seem to deter anyone's hunger. A line snakes out from a takeout window under a sign boasting "Real soul food, real meat." So we're actually gonna enter there so we can get something to eat. Pushing through the stainless steel door, a rush of warm, greasy air fills your nose, replacing the damp coolness from outside. Your stomach irps almost instantly in anticipation of whatever you smell on the grill. The decor is somewhat less inviting, however, despite a number of lights, most of them seem incapable of dispelling the dimness of the space. And sapphire-stained curio along the wall seems to capture more of the creepy awkwardness of the diner's history than nostalgia. Padded stools line the long countertop, and booths run the length of the outer wall, sporting ripped vinyl benches. A stark pattern of 1-inch tiles dots the floor. Not surprising in retrospect that the takeout line was so long. Still, an open seat and a warm meal are promised land compared to eating condensed soup in the rain. Ain't that the truth? You shove your stuff into an empty booth and start paging through the laminated menu. Alright, so we can order a combo. We'll just end up ordering the jumbo fried shrimp. Did I say shit? Jumbo fried shit. Jumbo fried shrimp, the collard greens, black-eyed peas, and peach cobbler. Because the rest of this stuff's pretty expensive. We got a lot of money, though. Let's go for it. I'm not going to read that because I think it's just me enjoying it. Obviously, you consume the entire meal without regard for the world around you. As you pick the last morsel from the plate, you feel a sensation that has eluded you for days. Fullness. You sit back, and the rest of the diner comes back into focus. The waiter scribbles something on a receipt and places it on the table before you, then clears your plates. A moment of giddiness strikes you as you realize you've finished a meal without worrying about rain, concealment, or attracting predators. Flipping over the receipt, it reads $20 below some unintelligible scribbling. So we're going to pay the bill. Real shrimp in Detroit, huh? You guess that's not impossible. Shrimp farming is pretty high-density stuff. $20 is hardly a cheap plate, but hey, that feeling in your stomach is worth almost any price. You pay for the meal, then a thought occurs to you. Do people still tip? So I'm just going to leave a $4 tip. Whether tipping is still the rule or not, you have a feeling you'll be back here again. Can't hurt to leave a good impression. So don't have to worry about healing up. Could go to the bank. Detroit Savings Bank turns out to be a surprisingly tricky business to find. It has a presence for certain. Self-service terminals are near. And ambiguous, winking at passerby from countertops, ad walls, and alcoves, but there's a little more to these terminals than signage, lights, and a screen. There doesn't even appear to be a place to dispense cash nor insert a card. After a bit of walking, though, you eventually find a Detroit Savings Bank micro branch with more than a screen. You're outside the Detroit Savings Bank. A secure climate-controlled booth slightly larger than a covered bus stop sits on the sidewalk here. It has the requisite self-serve terminal on the exterior, but looking through the transparent walls, there appears to be an actual human teller inside. We are going to, I guess, enter and talk to the teller. You pull the transparent door open and step through. Inside, you're greeted with a bright colored light and dry, tepid air. The teller, a representative-looking young woman with a straight brown hair, looks up at you from the terminal warmly. Hello, she says. Is there anything with which I can assist you today? We can pretend to be a mentally retarded patient. Ask about the cryo facility account. Okay, so this must be, so this is part of the story. We can pretend to be mentally retarded. Or we can just blatantly ask about the facility. I'm gonna pretend to be mentally retarded and see what happens. Striking your best "I don't know what's going on" expression, you feign delight upon meeting the teller's gaze. Ambling toward her, you fish out something ridiculous and hold it forward for her like ta-da. Oh ho ho, what have we here? She says, turning it over slowly in mock awe. Wow, this is impressive. We should deposit this right away. Reaching for a deposit slip, she asks. And to which account should we deposit this? I'm gonna give her the account number because we got that from the facility earlier. From the cryo facility. Using your offhand, you scroll the account number in childlike handwriting, and an idea seems to occur to her, and she starts typing into her console. A few moments later, she turns to you. Do you know Cal? Are you looking for Cal McAllen? She starts writing on her notepad. You furtively sneak a peek. McAllen, Cal, Concrete Forest Apartments, 3935 Tower 48. Okay, this is pretty important probably. Then she picks up her mobile and starts making a phone call. Already having what you came for, you begin shuffling back towards the door. Oh wait, Mr. Kindred, she calls after you. Yes, sorry, may I have the number for Cal McAllen? Once outside, you duck out of sight and put a block or two between you and the booth. Never know if someone might actually come looking. So now we know, where was he at? He was at some Concrete Forest Apartments. Okay. I like the way this looks. It's pretty cool. Arriving at Concrete Forest Apartments, you immediately see the resemblance. Towering structures stand at regular intervals like giant artificial trees. Criss-crossing laundry lines, string lights, and Contra Code balcony modifications complete the illusion. Below your ground is an organic patchwork of community gardens and trash heaps, gutted husks of cars and playgrounds, those who call the forest home and those who sleep in its shadow. Feels a bit like a street fair collided with a refugee camp in the ghetto. Whew, boy. You step into the block and start looking around. There's a canteen truck strategically positioned curbside near the main walk. People are lined up at the illuminated side window, and a mixture of steam and smoke stream from its openings. Nearby, music booms from where a crowd has gathered. It's all bobbing shoulders and legs from here, but you do see a car's hatchback sticking up from near the center. One of the towers has a C-store at ground level. Only few are inside, but it doesn't seem very popular. And there's the ubiquitous knockoff vendor barking at passerbys. Let's check out the canteen truck. Value 48, condition 100. What? As you get closer, you smell fried food. You catch an unfamiliar savory scent, spicy, but also a bit sweet and a bit artificial. No menu though. Folks here must be regulars. Just line up a few words, then pay and go. Dude in the truck probably makes a tidy profit at the rate he's going. Nice. All right, we can check out the C-store. Start shopping. Okay, so just a lot of essentially overpriced junk for the most part. I mean, I could buy a few things just to have on me. It wouldn't hurt. I don't know if I want to pay what I'm going to pay for a lot of this, but $101 for painkillers. No thanks. I've got 2 of them, which is 2 more than I need. Let's grab the Twinkies, though, right? Conditions 17. Yikes. What's that? Conditions 99.8. It's only $20 for these. Let's grab them so we have them because I don't really have food any other way. And I'll deal with the water once I get back out into the world. Okay, now what? Head towards Tower 48. Judging by the signage, Tower 48 is a few rows south of here. You strike off in that direction, weaving your way through the complex network of buildings, people, and clearly I can't pronounce things today, and detritus. Deep in the center of the block, you find number 48. The thing is easily 40 stories high, and like all the towers here, has an X-shaped cross-section. I'm going to blame it on the fact that I'm extremely tired right now. I'm trying to hide it, but I had a long day at work. I was up at like 4 in the morning, and then I worked all day, and got home and did a bunch of paperwork and stuff. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired. But I really wanted to get this in because I've been craving playing NEO. I haven't played NEO for like a whole 2 days and I was craving it. Also, like all the other towers, there's a secure entryway, some sort of card lock, likely to be troublemakers like you, or likely to keep troublemakers like you out. And judging by the dents and marks all over the frame and glass, it's done its job handily over the years. So we can look for another way in. We could use trapping to jam the main door or wait for somebody to use the door. Let's just use the intercom. I don't think Cal McAllen's somebody I gotta be afraid of, right? I'm not really sure. This part I don't know. I mean, I feel like jamming the door or like trying to break into the apartment is gonna be the bad way to go about it. Let's just try to talk to him. In a move beyond all reckoning, you forgo fancy security hacks, brute force, and all other illegal entry attempts and decide to just use the doorbell, which is really what I feel like I should be doing. There's a list of names and room numbers on the wall, but you doubt anyone's updated it in years. Some entries are blank, blocked out, or have disparaging graffiti next to them. No matter though, you punch in the apartment number you learn from the bank and wait as the speaker emits a staticky phone call. A click interrupts the tone and there's a pause. Hello? Not much to go on. Sounds like a kid answering the door while his parents are out. Is this Cal McAllen? Another pause. Yeah. His tone is getting a bit more confident. Well, this is it. This is him. You've tracked clues from across the state to end up here. Does he have any answers for your questions? Can he tell you anything? Does he even know who you are? Mention the bank account link. Ask about your identity. I'm not gonna jump right into my identity. I feel like asking somebody right off the bat, like, do you know who I am, is like a bad idea. But also asking them if they paid for something for you through their bank account is probably a bad idea too. These are both bad ideas. I'll do the bank account one though. I think we have a bank account in common. That elicits a snicker. Yeah, that figures. His tone is more cynical now, more driven. You know, thank you, Mr. Kindred. Something's clicked inside him. You have no idea. No, really. Thank you. Oh boy. He interrupts you. All these years I had to wonder. My dad. There's a pause. God, do you have any idea? I mean, do you have any idea how messed up things were? This isn't going well. Yeah, we're not having much luck here. I think he's really mad at us. Maybe this was a bad idea. No, it's good that you showed up. It's good because now I know you're just an asshole. He takes the time to sound out that last bit. His breath catches. Why my father, huh? Why'd you have to pick him? Why not some other loser on the deep web? Your fucking little drama. He's losing it. Why are you even still alive? Why couldn't you just, fucking disappear like your asshole friend up in Grayling? Whoa, that's news. Grayling. Wow, this is a lot to absorb right now because I don't even know who the hell this guy is. I'm getting mad that he's talking to me like this. I'm even getting angry as a person outside the game that he's talking to me like this. Actually, he's suddenly driven. Actually, yeah, you know what? He's moving. It sounds like he's across the room. It's unintelligible over the city, but he comes back. Exactly what you need. You hear that? You hear that, huh, asshole? There's some beeping. Sounds like he's dialing. Another pause. Yeah, Cal McAllen, this isn't good. Police. Oh my god, it might be time to go. Here, there's a man outside my apartment building. Yeah, so... Cal McAllen, didn't work out for us. Time for us to leave. I guess we're leaving. Merging with a line of people and vehicles, you make your way through the exit tunnel into the muddy tent city of the sprawl. Well, that did not work as intended. Maybe I should have just broken after all. Okay, is there anything new at the junk market at least? No. This is all stuff I had sold. I'd like to find a place to sleep if possible. Which means I may have to leave and go north. Allow, I guess. We could take a look here and see if this is a place we can sleep. Not what I wanted. We'll loot it anyways, but the chances of finding loot are clearly nothing. It's because we're so close to DMC, but we'll still look anyways before we head to bed. Yep, nothing here. Just a bunch of bottles, empty cans, empty stuff. This bag's about to go bad. Hopefully we can buy another one. How's our Travois going? 66.8, so we should head back to the ATN Enclave. So that didn't work too well. Not really sure where else to take the story. I guess I could go see Hatter. He said I could come back if I was looking for work, so I might do that. But yeah, that didn't work well at all. I feel like there probably was a better way for me to go about that. I mean, I don't know how I could have. I feel like I pretty much did it the best way possible, but I don't know. I'm sure I missed something. Rags are falling apart. Am I okay? Yeah, we're all healed up. Good. We're looking good. A little hungry, a little thirsty. We'll wait one more turn here. Let's pick up our stuff, actually, before I forget. And we'll just start heading back down towards DMC because I want to head to the market real quick, and then that's going to be the end of the episode, but we'll check out the market. And we'll talk to Hatter at some point too. Well, I was hoping for something good, but there's this backpack with 100, which is probably worth changing out for this. Some batteries. I don't think I need them. There's a tracking bracelet there. Could always sell mine. It's only worth 500 bucks. I'm probably going to have to go back inside there, though. I just don't think that it's going to be... Going in there, I don't think I'm going to get what I want to get out of the place. And I don't think I can go back to where that guy... Or at least I don't want to go back. Okay, I'm probably going to buy this backpack, but we'll save that for next time. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. We'll go ahead and... I don't know if I'm going to head back in there or head back to the ATN. I got to think about this. I'll think it over and I'll decide what I want to do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.